Well, here's the big information. Let's talk Maverick production numbers. Sales numbers aren't important. By the way, Ford, when they're releasing on Maverick Truck Club, sales number, those are for the US. So they don't incorporate Canada and, you know, as time goes on, other countries as well. But right now, not very many being sent to Brazil for the moment. But let's talk total production on the Maverick. So my eyes, I took my glasses off really at not the greatest time. I think you're going to need to help point me out here. The Maverick, here we go. So the Maverick right now production year to date is at 83,898, whereas the Bronco Sport is at 125,288. And the huge news I have to reassure a lot of you out there, you know, you will be getting good news like Marie here, because Ford does have a plan to produce less Bronco Sports and more Mavericks. They know even, and that's, you know, that's amazing.
It's
that's
more popular, I guess.
And it's actually a big step for a company to do this. It's about public relations. It's about customer service. And Ford is making a decision that I think is great, because obviously the Bronco Sport costs a little bit more money. There is obviously some more profitability that, well, I'm going to assume, a very, very educated speculation here. I'm going to assume that the Bronco Sport pays Ford a little bit more money, if not a good amount more money. Maverick, it's a bargain truck. It's taking 60% of its new customers. 60% of its sales are actually coming from new customers from other brands. So the PR, the marketing, this good gesture does have huge implications. It means converting a lot of people from Honda and Toyota to this hybrid truck. Now, what in the end kept you from, you know, what made it take a year and a half? Well, for the longest time, the luxury package was a major issue, but now it's just the batteries. There is a global shortage on batteries in regards to, we need more lithium mines while they're still making them with lithium. But I think by 2030, we'll definitely by then have batteries that are made of other substances. But right now, let's hope that the Ford's plan for 2023 to make the proportion of Bronco Sports will go down and the proportion of Mavericks will go up. And, you know, it was kind of in the works. They had hoped to be able to do that this year. And there were months, you know, for example, in January 2022, there were 14,636 Bronco Sports made, whereas Mavericks, 7,842. Ford heard everyone's clamoring, realized that, you know, if they want a really happy, satisfied base that isn't frustrated, they needed to pump up those Maverick numbers. So the next month, 10,260 Bronco Sports, 9,184 Mavericks. But the problem is they tried to keep the numbers higher on the Maverick. But there were some months where there was some struggle. But for 2023, Ford is definitely trying to build more Mavericks and less Bronco Sports. Because honestly, Bronco Sports, there's not a huge waiting list. There's very little waiting list. And the Maverick,
we saw it at our dealership. They sometimes have a Bronco Sport available, 1, 2, 3 maybe.
Inventory.
Yeah.
Often they get 4 or 5 per month to come in as inventory. They always sold unbelievably fast because it is a good vehicle.
They still sell it, but it's not popular as the Maverick, where is only orders.
And how close were you? I sent you a photo of an Area 51 Bronco Sport on Monday. How close were you? What did you say?
The same week. And it was a Lincoln Corsair too. So yeah, I was looking.
You're starting to look elsewhere. Yeah, you're really starting to look elsewhere.
But yeah, I was tempting. But finally, I'm like, okay, no, I will continue, because with the other model, it's not for the Bronco Sport, not an hybrid. So I really want the hybrid experience. Yeah,
you want price. You want to save on gas, and the Maverick's price is unbeatable. You know, we're comparing your Maverick's price if you waited versus the Corsair, and there is a big difference. And what I told Marie is, you have a price protection. You know, she has a special offer because she ordered within the correct dates. You know, for a hybrid, you had to order in 2021 before November 15th, and for the EcoBoost before January 27th, 2022. And if you're in those time frames, you do have a private offer from Ford. And in Canada, your private offer. In the States, I believe the hybrid is $2,750. In Canada, you have a pretty huge rebate waiting for you.
Yeah, that's what you told me.
So I said, look, even if it takes another 4 or 5 months, 6 months even, I'll take care of giving you a vehicle to drive. It's, worth that purchase. And really what I'm probably going to lose on the Raptor resale is going to be less than your rebate with the Maverick. You're going to save on gas. We love the truck. We've test driven it. We also love the EcoBoost. I've, raced around in the EcoBoost all-wheel drive. We drove the hybrid through snowstorms and towed. So if you want to see those videos, you just have to go through our our channel, click on videos, and you'll find the videos where Marie is driving in a snowstorm, where I drive in a snowstorm, and Marie also she hauls our four-wheeler in the snowstorm with a front-wheel drive hybrid, and it's amazing.
It's not a thing that I do often. I don't pull a four-wheeler often, so it's not like I'm
experienced.
Yeah,
at all.
Thank
Zero.
You for the word.
Zero experience.
So it wasn't easy for me. It was a new car that I never drive before, so it was supposed to be hard, but it wasn't hard at all.
And you'll be fine without the sliding rails. Yeah. You're fine without the sliding rails in your 23. And if ever, I think you're going to be fine. And if ever you're there saying, boy, do I ever need sliding rails, we'll order them from either the Ford parts department. And if we can't get them there, because we do like to get them there with, warranty and whatnot, we'll just get them through, through Amazon. We often have links in our description. So if you do want to encourage us, buy your equipment for your Ford vehicle through one of those links. And well, it actually helps us out financially. We get a little...
I found some stuff that I want to put on my Maverick. So if you're curious, you can go see what I found for you. Yeah, I had so much fun.
Shopping.
Because I was shopping for me at the same time.
Well, for how long you've waited and Christmas coming up, I think I owe you some Maverick accessories that we'll pick up off the Amazon site.
I continue to think it was a good thing to wait because it's the perfect size. Because we said, okay, normally John doesn't have a truck, so maybe have a small one for when we want to pull stuff, and I want the hybrid experience for once. So I continue to think it's the good balance between.
You keep talking about a Sea-Doo,
a big truck, but I still want a truck that I could move stuff with it. And I want an hybrid, something small that is easy to park. So yeah, I guess it's the best car for me right now. So I'm happy to have waited all this time.
Happy wife, happy life. That is my advice to you, my friends. And in the meantime, I just want to close up the show with an important summary. Basically, any accessories on the Maverick that you can avoid, take them off your order. Do keep your hybrid, because right now you cannot switch from a hybrid to an EcoBoost without going back to the beginning of the line. And I would like to say, good dealers, if you've ordered from a good dealer, we all know with the Maverick, when we resubmitted our orders, they need to be COVP'd, customer order verification, procedure, process. It needs to get done, because if it doesn't get done, there are some dealers at a big meeting just recently that were getting told, well, these dealers did it, they're getting inventory. You didn't do it, you're getting very little inventory. And by inventory, that can mean either customer orders. Everything's inventory, whether it's a customer order or not. As soon as it's on your dealer lot, that's called inventory, based on all the data that you'll see on the internet and our channel. So the important keys: remove what you can, don't change powertrains, and good dealers will have my dealer placed you priority 10. Now you will see some people saying they had never ordered a 2022 and now they ordered a 23 for the first time and they're already scheduled. Try not to get too frustrated and worked up over that. I looked into it, and that's a case of a dealer taking a new order and placing them priority 10. Now maybe that's because they didn't have a waiting list, or it's because they don't know how to read and follow instructions, but Ford has made it unbelievably clear that all us customers that have ordered a 2022 within the dates, they need to be priority 10. Now, some dealerships said, if you went in to go order a Maverick outside of those dates, they said, you're late, come back when the order bank's open. Whereas some other dealerships started to create waiting lists. So dealerships have between priority code 10 and 19 to place. So obviously, if you had someone that's just 1 month after, so if you're a hybrid, let's say December 21, Well, dealerships had a chance to put that as a priority code 11. And then they, as the months progress, you put them in increasingly higher priority numbers, because 19 is not so priority. 10 is the highest priority number that a dealership can give. And Ford, when they see that Ford does a good job too. My Lightning, they saw that I could have been built as a 2022, but I clearly let people pass ahead of me. So what did they do? They put me priority 1. So your Maverick, they are looking at those original dates, and customers like yourself, Ford will go ahead and put a top priority themselves, priority 1 or 2, to say,
don't lose hope.
Don't lose hope. So that's the message. Don't lose hope, and try to get your accessories from your Ford parts store or from one of our, links. You won't pay more on Amazon, but you'll definitely be helping the channel out.
It's easy now to have parts. Parts are sold everywhere on the internet. So.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to make a little compromise. And, I have a friend, he really wanted the Ford mats in his vehicle, but I did a video on that. He ended up with Tuxedo mats, and they turned out to be just hunky-dory.
Great, yeah.
And we've now put them on one of our links at the bottom. So thank you so much for watching. We're real happy to share this news. I'm still dressed for work because I said I want to share this news with our community, the JCCR community, as soon as possible. So thank you for joining us so that we could reveal this news.
Thank you to give me the news. I guess tonight it will be a
celebration night.
Yeah, a celebration night with a cup of wine.
Yeah, we'll have to have a cup of wine. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. We do wish you, obviously, more cars and more power. And hope.
Don't lose hope.
Don't lose hope. And if it's your thing, we do hope that
slogan.
Don't lose hope could be the new slogan. Your vehicle will get built. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.